Welcome back, YouTube, to the ROCSI GLENDONE channel. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. But I want to get back into talking about my element of writing. I just find it funny that I would never disrespect the godfathers of hip hop. That made this whole thing possible. And how it all came about, how it was created. The elements. Graffiti, breakdancing, and all that good stuff. But as a songwriter, it's just funny. It's just funny seeing how long it took for things to change up. And it seems like that happens just in life and technology and history, medicine, everything, period. Everything has a course, time before it can feel good, it can smell good, it can taste good, it can actually function, it can actually work. But I wonder at what point was Rakim molded? What made him tick? What motivated him to say, I don't want to go and rap with a basic style, to actually come smooth and change the rhyme scheme, change the pattern, of the flow that we still use and know today. For me, it was Rakim. I talked about Nas on the last video, but it was Rakim for me that made me realize you don't have to rap like this, because it seemed like everybody else was rapping the same way in the early 80s. And LL kind of switched it up too. I think Run DMC was the transition. For me, Run DMC was the transition where I recognized, okay, there can be a shift, there can be a change in songwriting. And then LL came, still had that, that force in it. Rakim came with a smoothness. He came with a real writing style that you can relate to: R&B, jazz, pop, soft rock classics, all that kind of good stuff. So it was like 1996, after listening to all the good records in 95. And really, I'm gonna say from like 89, NWA 88, 89, all the way up to like 95. It was 96 when I finally learned the term called hook. The chorus. I knew the chorus, but the hook. I was with a producer. I was at a diner selling weed, selling little bags at like 13 years old at a diner, eating chili cheese French fries. And I wanted to rap. And a producer had came into the diner, and he had a persona that I kind of knew he was somebody that was trying to do something. His name was Dwight Reynolds. And he was with a local drug dealer named Charlie C. Charlie took fond to me. He took fond to my ambition of wanting to be in the music industry. And I got a chance to just hang out, be a fly on the wall. And Dwight finally took me to the studio, took me to his house first to learn the equipment he was using. And from the keyboard, he introduced me to the word hook. He said, "Yo, this is called a hook." And if I got anything from him besides going to the studio and, all that, stuff that don't matter. If I got anything from him, it was the idea of sitting down and actually focusing on writing a hook, the importance of a hook. And I want to say from there, that's when I really started focusing on songwriting. I learned the importance of songwriting and learning how to switch up the flow and understanding what it is that I liked about the songwriters before, like the Nas and the Snoop Dogg, and the importance of Dr. Dre, and all the people that really topped on the Billboard charts. I think that was the importance of Dwight coming into my life as a songwriter. He went on to write records for Whitney Houston and all types of other people. He did good, and I never really got a chance to work with him after that. I was young, inexperienced. I didn't really have anything to offer him, and he was like ambitious and he moved forward. But I took that lesson, and they always talk about how the stars line up, and I feel like at that point in my life as a songwriter, that's when the stars had lined up for me to move forward and do something special and do big things.